Hi everyone, today we are making this beautiful and elegant flower rakhi. So this one is a beginner friendly one. We will be using a braided puff stitch and I'll show you everything step by step. So this one works up very quickly and is perfect for Raksha Bandhan. So let's get started. For today's project I'll be using this fine cotton yarn. This is weight number 1. So this is, you can see, quite a thin thread. And you can also use embroidery thread or rakhi material threads that are available online to make a more smaller or finer rakhi. So with this I'll be using a 2 mm hook and some festive beads. I'll only be using one, but you can use more. These are also easily available online. A pair of scissors to cut the ends, a needle to weave any ends, and an optional stitch marker also. Also, I have some fabric glue. We can use it when needed. First, we'll start with the base color, and like I've used purple in this one, I'm using the peach shade for my next rakhi. And we will start with a magic circle. So to make a magic circle, we will hold the end of the thread like this and hold it here with your thumb, and take your first 2 fingers and wrap this longer end of the thread around your 2 fingers, making a parallel line on this side, and at the back you will make an X like this, and then you will just hold the thread here again with your thumb. So this will look something like this. Now we will take our hook with its face facing downwards. We will go under the first thread and grab this other thread from under it and just push like this and form a A shape like this on your fingers. Now you will twist the hook upwards here. Now the face will be upwards for the hook, and you will take your hook and grab this longer thread and pull it through the loop on the hook here. Now you can take out your 2 fingers and you will see you have formed a circle here. So this is your magic circle. Now if you are a complete beginner and the magic circle is too hard for you, you can also make a slip knot, do a chain 3, and then you can make a slip stitch in the first chain, and that will also create a circle like this, and then you can work your round 1 in that. Apologies for the background noise. It's raining and there's a lot of traffic outside my home today for some reason. But I hope my voice is clear. So we are going to start doing round 1. So we'll start round 1 by making 2 chains first. So we'll yarn over and pull through. That's my first chain. Again yarn over, pull through, second chain. And now we have to make double crochets for round 1, and we have to make 12 double crochets in total. So we will yarn over for a double crochet, go inside this magic ring and pull up a loop. Here we have 3 loops on the hook. We'll pull through the first 2 loops. Now we have 2 loops on the hook. We'll pull through the last 2 loops. So that's my first double crochet, and if you're a beginner you can mark your first stitch. Again yarn over, we'll go back in this magic circle and pull up a loop, pull through the first 2 loops, and then again pull through the last 2 loops. And like this we'll continue making double crochets inside the magic ring till we have 12 in total. So here I have made the 12 double crochets, and we can count it once: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So here we are done, and now we will close the circle up by pulling this small thread, the end of the thread like this. We'll pull it tight, and this will close the circle here. And now to finish up the round and close it, we will be making a slip stitch in the first double crochet here that we made in this round. So this was my first stitch. If you marked it, you will see it easily. So we'll go in here and pull up a loop. Here we'll take this loop and pull through the loop on the hook. So this is a slip stitch, and here we have closed the round and finished our round 1. So here we have done our round 1, and now we are starting round 2, and for round 2 we'll again start with 2 chains. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So we have made our 2 chains. And going in this first stitch itself, we will make 1 double crochet. So we will yarn over, go in the first stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, and then again pull through 2 loops. So here the 2 chains will count as first double crochet and this will be counted as a second double crochet. If you want, you can mark this chain so that you know where we started the round. And after this, now we have to make 2 chains. So 1 and 2. After this, we will be skipping 1 stitch here and working in the next stitch, and in the next stitch we will again make 2 double crochets. So we will yarn over going in this next stitch after skipping this one. So here this one we will make our first double crochet, and then we'll make another double crochet in the same stitch. So this is the second one. And now again we will be making 2 chains. So 1 and 2, and again we will repeat this. So we will skip the next stitch and we will go in the next stitch and again make our 2 double crochets. So this is the first one. Again going back, this is the second one, and we'll keep doing this. So we will again make 2 chains here and then skip the next stitch and then go in the next stitch and make 2 double crochets, and this is what we'll do till the end. So we are making 2 double crochets, skipping a stitch, 2 chains, and then we are going in the next stitch after this skipped one and making 2 double crochets. So keep doing this and I'll see you at the end. So here I've made the last 2 double crochets, and here we will make 2 chains, 1, 2, and now we'll just close this round up. So we'll just skip over this last stitch and this slip stitch, and we'll go in the first double crochet, that was this chain 2 that we made. It really helps if you have marked it. So here we'll go and make a slip stitch. So this is the first double crochet that we counted. Now you can go in the top loop and the back loop. This is what I like to do. It just doesn't show any gaps when you are going through the stitch. So here make a slip stitch and we close the round up, and we are done with the round 2. Now we are starting round 3, and for that first we'll make 1 chain, and now is when we'll start making the braided puff stitch. So for that we are going to make a normal puff stitch, but we'll go behind these double crochets. So I'll just show you. So for the puff stitch we'll keep the tension loose here on the loop on the hook, and we will make a yarn over here and just hold it here. Now we'll take the hook and we'll go behind these 2 double crochets and take out the hook here like this, like we do in a front post. This is what we'll do. And now we will take the yarn, pull up a loop from behind the 2 double crochets here and just stop here. Try to keep the tension as loose as possible on these loops on the hook, because it will help later to pull through. So this is 1 puff stitch. Now we have made 1 puff stitch, and in total we have to do 4. So we'll do this 3 more times. So what we'll do is we'll again yarn over here and go again behind the 2 double crochets here and pull up a loop from behind it and just stop here and leave it here. So this is the second time we have done it. Again yarn over, go behind these 2 double crochets and pull up a loop from behind. This is the third time, and now we have to do 1 more time. So yarn over, go behind these 2 double crochet and pull up a loop here. So here we are done with 4 puff stitches. Now here we are going to do 1 extra puff stitch, but this is optional, but this really helps to just make the look better. So what we're gonna do is we'll yarn over like we are doing in a puff stitch, and instead of going behind, we will be going in this stitch itself where we have made the 2 double crochets. So you can clearly see these are my 2 double crochets, and here is the stitch inside. Here we have to go and make the puff stitch. So we'll go in this stitch here. This is the stitch where I have made the 2 double crochets, and now we'll pull this yarn through it like this here. So this is what we are done with the 4 puff stitches and 1 through the stitch. Now we'll just pull through all these loops on the hook, and this is where keeping the tension loose really helps. And to seal this puff stitch, we'll make one chain here. So this is a braided puff stitch, and this is the one we have done. Now we have to do it in these two double crochet posts. So if you didn't get it, I'll show you once again. But before we move on to the next double crochet 2 posts and do the puff stitch, we have this gap space here of 2 chains. If you remember from the last round, we did 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 double crochet, 2 chain. So in these 2 chain spaces, we will be making just normal double crochets, and in every chain space, this 2 chain space, we are making 5 of these. So we'll just yarn over, go in this chain space, pull up a loop and make your normal double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one going back in this chain space, 5 here. So this is how it will start looking, and now we can continue making our braided puff stitch in the next. So after these 5 double crochet in the chain space, we are back at our 2 double crochet space where we have made 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Here we'll again repeat this braided puff stitch, and what we have to do, I'll show you once more. We will yarn over, and keeping the tension loose here on the hook, we will yarn over and we'll take our hook and go behind these 2 double crochet posts, and then we will pull up a loop here and keep it loose. So you can take up the stitch as high as possible here, that will keep the tension loose. So this is 1 puff stitch. Again we'll yarn over, go behind these double crochet posts and pull up a loop. So this is the 2nd one. Again yarn over, pull up a loop behind the post. 3rd puff stitch, again yarn over, go behind these 2 double crochets and pull up a loop. 4th. So we have done 4 puff stitches, and I told you we are doing one more last stitch, puff stitch, in this stitch itself where these 2 double crochets are made. So you see there is a gap here. So what we'll do is we'll yarn over the last time and go in this stitch where we have made the double crochet, so here, and just take out here and then just pull a loop through the stitch also here. Now what we'll do is we'll take our hook and just pull through all the loops on the hook here, and to seal this we will be making 1 chain here. So you see this is a very pretty design. It may look a little complicated, but once we finish all the spaces, it will look beautiful. So this is what we have to keep repeating again and again. Now again we are back at the chain space, 2 chain space, and we are doing our 5 double crochet. So normal 5 double crochet. This is the first one, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So here you can see we have made our 5 double crochet in the chain 2 space, and here we are back at the 2 double crochet post space, and here we will again repeat this braided puff stitch. So I'll complete the whole round and then I will see you. So here I've completed all the chain spaces and the braided stitches. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 braided stitches and 6 chain spaces were there where I've made 5 double crochet. So this is how it's looking. And to close this round up, what we'll do is, you will see this, you'll end up at the first puff stitch that you made, and you will see there is one chain or stitch here that we did to close the puff stitch. But before that, initially we did chain 1 before starting round 3. So what I like to do is, I'm gonna go here and make a slip stitch to close it up in the first chain, like this. You can also go in the next one, but this is how I like, this looks better to me. So this is how it's looking. And now you can just cut off the yarn. You can chain 1 and cut off the yarn. So cut a bit of thread to weave in at the back here and just fasten off like you do normally. And here now we will just take this thread and weave it at the back. Also, don't forget the thread in the middle here, and we have to weave in both of these. And once I'm done with that, I'll see you. So here you can see we are done with the base of the Rakhi, and this turns out in a very beautiful braided flower shape. And now we are going to make the center here. So here you can see this one, I have used cream shade. You can use any colors of your choice. So we are going to make this tiny center, which is very easy. So let's just do that first. So for the center, again we'll start with the magic circle, which I've shown in the beginning of the video in depth how to make it. If you want, you can rewind back and see. And now, because the center has to be very small, we are making only 5 single crochets here in the magic circle. So for a single crochet, we'll go inside the magic circle and pull up a loop. Here we have 2 loops on the hook. We'll pull through both the loops. That's the first single crochet. Again going back, pull through both the loops. Second, third, fourth and fifth one. So here we have made 5 single crochet inside the magic circle, and we'll just pull it up to close it like this. You can see we have this tiny circle formed. Now we'll just close round 1 by making a slip stitch here in the first single crochet of this round, like this. And now we'll do chain 1 before starting the round 2. Round 2 is same as round 1. We'll again make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So we'll have 5 single crochet. So going back in this first stitch, make 1 single crochet, then again 1. This is the third stitch, 1 single crochet. So I'm just making 1 single crochet again in all the 5 stitches. Fourth one, and this is the last stitch, so we'll make 1 single crochet here also, like this. And now we will just close the round up going in the first single crochet here to close this up. We'll make a slip stitch here and then just close it up. So here the cream center is done. What you can do is keep it against your flower base of the Rakhi and see for yourself if it fits. If it's too big, you can stop at the first round. If it is too small, instead of just doing 1 single crochet in round 2, I would suggest do an increases, that is 2 single crochet in each stitch for round 2. So you can check this out for yourself. So mine is fine. Here we will just chain 1 and now cut off the yarn because we are done with this cream center part. Now we'll just fasten it off. Just take this thread at the back And instead of weaving in, what I like to do is, this is an easy way, you can also weave it in. I just like to tie a knot here between this thread that we just pulled back, and also there was another thread here when we started making the circle. I just tie a knot here with the leftover threads because we just have to paste it on there. So, and we'll just cut short this. So here you can see our cream center is done for this flower. So here, before pasting, we will also insert our bead, and I'll just show you how. So here you see I am using one golden bead. You can use any color also of your choice. This is where you can customize your Rakhi. So I have these golden beads. I think this is 6 mm ones, and I'm gonna first, before pasting it on the Rakhi, I'm gonna sew it in here with the thread. So there are two ways to do it. Either you can easily just paste this over this center, cream center, and be done with it, or there's another way I'm gonna show you where you can attach your side strands also, this wristbands, along while you're sewing the bead. So here what we'll do is we'll take two strands here of 100 centimeters each. So the two colors, the peach color and the cream color, I'm taking a combination. Here you can see I have used purple and the cream shade. So this is how I am designing it. You can take any colors or a single strand also, that's totally okay. So I've taken two strands here of threads. These are both 100 centimeters long, and I'll tell you why we are keeping it 100 centimeters long, since we'll also be making this chain design. This takes up a lot of yarn. Now we need to string these bead onto these two strands here, and before we paste it, and because my hole is too small, I'm just gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. If you have a smaller needle or a smaller hook that you can string it yourself, and you have a better way, you can do by that. This is how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna show you this simple trick of putting this thick thread through the small bead. So take any sewing thread like this, or any thinner thread that can pass through the bead. So any thread you have which is a little strong enough that can pass through the bead, just take that. So we'll take a long thread here. So I'm taking this normal sewing thread, and what we are going to do is we are going to fold it in half like this, right? And then we are going to pass this half that we have folded here through this bead. So this is the bead hole, and I'm just gonna pass this thread, folded part, the loop part, through the bead like this, and just pass it through a little bit. So when you'll pass it through, you'll see that there is this loop formed in the left side, since we folded the thread first and then passed it through the bead like this. So now what we'll do is we'll just hold this bead here, and we have our loop here, right? And we'll just take this two strands, or as many strands you want to pass through, and we'll just insert it in this loop like this, just like this. Put it here, insert it inside, and then just pass this thread back out from the right side. Just push it and pull, and you'll see that the thread will come this side very easily when you pull it through the embroidery thread or the sewing thread. And just remove the sewing thread now, because our bead is already inside the string. So this is an amazing trick because it's simple, and it really helps if you don't have smaller hook size that you can use to string your beads, or a thinner thread. So this is what I do. Now once we have the bead somehow inserted inside, what we are going to do is we are going to take our needle now, and just check the yarn needle now, you can pass these 2 strings again through the needle, and now we will be going through this cream part and then through this flower part here. So just pass the thread. And now you will take the other side also. Make sure before adding the bead was in the center of the threads, because then only you'll have equal threads on both the sides. I just forgot to show you that part. So now we'll go back in this center and go back in this cream one and just take it out from here also. Right. So now you see my bead is attached here with also the strands attached on the side. You can pull the thread a little to just adjust it from both the sides. Make sure the strands are equal on both the sides here. And now what we'll do is just turn it over. You will see, so 2 strands going on this side and 2 strands going on this side, right? So what we'll do is we will attach it in the center of the petal. So you see this base, we'll count 1 2 3 spaces are here, 1 2 3 spaces are here. So I'm gonna attach one here, and where we'll attach is the, you see this puffed stitch we did, this braided stitch, we did a chain 1 to close it, so there's a stitch on top of it here. So this is where you can take your string with the help of your hook and just bring it through like this, right? And now we'll start doing this side first. We can start chaining here. So on this side I'm doing around 15 chains, but we'll see how once we'll start doing it. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. So I'm happy with this, and here what we will do is we will just fasten it off. So you will just take out your hook and like this fasten off, and this will also create a knot here, so this will not open up. So we have done one side here of the Rakhi string. Now we are going to do this other side. Now you have to see where you're gonna put this string. So just opposite of it, we have done this side. Now we'll just count 1 2 3 here. So we have 2 here, 2 on the top. So this is the other opposite side. We are leaving these 2 here, 2 here. This is the center. And now we'll just take our hook and insert in the top stitch here on this puffed stitch. So you'll easily see this stitch here, and here we will be again bringing out the loop like this with the hook. And once you have the loop attached to the hook, you can start chaining here also. So again we'll do 15 chains here. 1 Once you have done the 15 chains here also, we'll just take out the hook from the right side and fasten off there. So here my Rakhi is done, and one thing, this is optional if you like, because we have sewn it, the bead and the center, with the help of the thread only. It won't come off, but if you want a more flat look, we are just going to stick this side up. So this is optional, but Here it is guys, our beautiful elegant puff stitch Rakhi is done. This one is so pretty and it works up really quickly and is beginner friendly. So if you liked this tutorial and found it helpful, please give a like, do comment and do subscribe to my channel for more such cute lovely crochet projects. Thank you so much for watching.